Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and in my last video I started making the cover for my file folder lap book, and since then I went ahead and made a policy envelope using the avocado dyed paper that I actually had scanned and saved to my computer. So I've got that made. I made a small paper bag, a coin envelope, and all of these are, if you need to know how to make them, are in my Dollar Tree craft paper videos where I was making these. Then I made a tall library pocket, and again this can be found in the Dollar Tree manila folder video. So I made one of the tall ones that is 6 inches tall. And as you'll see, I've not glued anything yet. I'm not ready to do that. Then I used 2 of the pockets from the Shabby Dabby Doodah Beach Hut journal kit that she was kind enough to make and give away for lockdown, so we'd have something to do. So for this, what I did was I cut out and folded the pockets, and then I just made the back of a library card. So when I'm ready, I'll just glue this onto the back, and I've got a library pocket. And same with this one. Okay, so today I've got, so far I have 3 library pockets, a coin envelope, a small paper bag, and a policy envelope. I also need a tall pocket and a regular type envelope. Trying to find. Okay. The envelope I want will be smaller than this because this wouldn't fit in the journal or in the lap book, but I want this with the straight flap. And I need another small envelope. So, thought we'd make those today. So for my tall pocket, I want it to be 3 inches wide and 8.5 inches tall. So that's really a tall pocket. But, so what I'm going to do is, here I've got another piece of my printed avocado dyed paper, and I'm going to cut it at 9 inches tall and 6.5 inches wide. Okay, so that one will be for my tall pocket. I'm going to go ahead and do all my cutting now so I don't have to keep pulling my paper trimmer out. Then for the envelope, I'm going to need paper that is 9.25 inches tall and 7.25 inches wide. Okay, so there's that. That's the envelope. And then for my smaller envelope, sorry, I'm having to reach in front of you. I need, I've forgotten. for that one, for the smallest one, I'm actually going to use my envelope punch board, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Now for the scoreboard. I won't be using the scoreboard for that one. So for my tall pocket, I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to score 1/2 inch from the edge. Then I'm going to turn it long ways, and I'm going to score at 1 3/4 and 4 3/4. And if you've watched my other videos, you can already see how this is going to go together. For my envelope, I'm going to start long ways at 7 1/4. So I'm going to back up 1/2 inch, and since I'm doing it from this edge, that would make it 6 3/4. And I'm going to score that. And I'm going to flip my paper over again because it's easier for me to hit it from this angle, and score again at 6 3/4. Okay, now I'm going to turn my paper the other direction, and I'm going to score at 1 3/4 and 6. This envelope will end up being 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay. So, let's go back to the tall pocket. I've got my 1 inch hole punch, and I'm going to go into the center and just go ahead and make a little thumb hole. And now I'm going to take my scissors, and just like we've been doing for so many things recently, I'm going to cut just above my score line to the intersecting line. Then I'm going to cut it in at an angle. Flip it over because that's easier for me. Just above my score line to the intersecting line. And in at an angle. So there's my tall pocket. So that is ready to decorate and go. Okay, for the envelope, first I need to put the pen back in my art glitter glue. Okay, now for this one, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. I'm going to be cutting both of these edges off. I'll be cutting straight up and beveling in at the center. And then I'll be coming up to the shorter flap, straight down and beveling up to the center. So the only place there will be the little 1/2 inch hinges will be right here in the center. For my little envelope, like I said, I'm actually going to use my punch board, excuse me, and I'm going to make a 3x3, so I will need 2 5/8. I'm going to need my turn, line it up. Turn and line it up. And one more. And the only reason I'm doing this one using my punch board and not just giving you dimensions is because I haven't quite figured out the magic and the angles of making this kind of envelope by hand. Okay. And while I know it probably can't be that difficult, it's escaped me for the time being. Okay, so now I'm just going in and I'm creasing my fold lines to have good creases on those. Okay, and this little guy, I set it to be for a 3x3 card, so this actually came out to about 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Now this one is going to be, I'm not going to be gluing it closed. We're actually going to make it an open kind of thing where you can have some journaling space inside it. So I need to get one thing I forgot, I need a little push pin. Oops. And I better grab my hole punched phone book so that I've been trying real hard not to punch or cut on my new craft mat directly. Okay. And I've got a little bit of crochet thread there. And I'm going to get a couple of my teeny tiny little brads. Set those out. And I've been cutting some of the ephemera from the Shabby Dabby Doodah paper. So there. Now I've got a little envelope opening space that will act as a little extra journaling space. You can just flip it open. And once it's down in the lap book, you'll have a little bit of journaling space there. So I think that's pretty cool. So, alright, so today, or in this video, made the little envelope and a bigger invitation style envelope and my really tall 8.5 inch by 3 inch pocket. I'm going to have to make an 8.5 inch tag to go in there. That ought to be interesting. Anyway, so that's it for this video. Like I said, in my next video, I'll be back working on my cover some more. And in the meantime, be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.